right now.
Good afternoon, South Florida. I'm Christy Kruger. Here's a look at some of the stories making news on this Friday. An investigation is underway right now after an arsonist torched two vehicles in front of a house while the family was sleeping inside. This happened overnight at Northwest 35th Street, right near Northwest 24th Avenue in Miami. As you can see right here, an SUV was badly charred. That car behind also damaged. Firefighters quickly responded to that scene and put the fire out. Thankfully, no one was hurt. Authorities are now trying to find that person who did it. And there was a big bust by the Coast Guard today. They're offloading more than 12,000 pounds of cocaine. This is video from Sky 10 of the scene. The Coast Guard cutter Seneca offloading the drugs at Sector Miami. We're told the drugs were recovered in the international waters in the Pacific Ocean, all part of a huge operation. And a mother under arrest after police say she left her toddler all alone for hours while she worked at a strip club. 23-year-old Manushka Daniels faced a judge on child neglect charges, and police say she left her 3-year-old daughter sleeping in the car late on Tuesday night while she was working at the Vegas Cabaret in Lauderhill. Somehow, that toddler got out of the car and was found roaming around the parking lot about 2 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. She was not hurt and is now in the care of Child Protective Services.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying, play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10.
And a woman firing her gun to stop a robbery outside of a Popeyes in Southwest Miami-Dade. That Good Samaritan, only identified as Lula, tells us she was there for lunch when she spotted a man being beaten and robbed outside. While witnesses called police, Lula fired her gun to scare off that robber. The suspect took off but was later taken into custody. No charges have been filed against her. The victim was treated for minor injuries. And as breaking news happens, we have you covered on air and online. Head to local10.com for more local news coverage and updates all day long.